My mama was raised here. My granddaddy was raised here. I was raised here, and I'm gonna die here.
That's it. I go about 7 blocks. That's the max for me.
Yeah.
Downtown is a vacation.
Right.
Bitches. Blue Tigers Vid at BlueTigersVid.com. Internet's back again. Back at it. Back with black people. All black. Black nation. Black as spots. Remember Sherman was black as a spot. Remember he moved out to West Coast and became Spot.
What? I don't remember that either.
Yes, you do. And I said SS, and Tom said it was Scumbag Spot.
Let's go with black excellence.
Black excellence.
Black excellence is when the yams touches the greens at Thanksgiving.
Jay-Z ass nigga.
Jay. No, he's thinking of Michael Jackson meme. when the yams touch the greens at Thanksgiving. Ooh, black excellence.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Christopher Columbus.
Man. Anyway.
I'm thinking of Wesley Snipes. Remember? Pilgrims came over here to Indians, and look who got fucked. White man can't jump. Yeah, regular ass town. What up, dog?
What up, dog?
How are you, family?
Man, I'm great, man.
You have 2 Bro Air passes, NWA passes, that you have to use by the end of the year.
Where am I going?
Where are you going? The world will never know.
I'm gonna think on that.
You are. But you have 2 nigga passes. You got to keep your nigga friends.
Yeah, got to.
Got to keep them.
They got the standing like the bus and shit. You got to hold the rail while you flying and shit.
Hold the rail while you're flying?
It's Bro Air. That's how they do it.
You can't stand in the aisleway.
Yeah. They're adding an extra row. Did you know that?
No.
They're going to add an extra row.
For standing room only?
No, on all their planes. They're adding an extra row.
For what?
To fit more motherfuckers.
Could they just not
Can you
charge?
imagine how small it is already?
Could they just
they
not?
want to add an extra fucking row.
Could they just not charge niggas $30 to,
to walk on the motherfucking
bag,
plane?
right?
You want to walk on?
Oh, yeah.
Bitch, I bought a ticket.
I paid $2.95. I'm gonna need $30. Bitch.
I'm telling you, Bro Air gonna be the first one to hit you with the air surcharge. Like,
Air surcharge.
Oh, you want to breathe, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, your car got declined. I can't believe, bitch. Not too bad, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And you gonna have to pay to transport your body, motherfucker.
Scumbag Sherb. What up, Del family?
Yeah, what up, though?
How in the hell are you living as a black man in America in Augusto of 2017?
Man, it's been my month, Teak.
It's been your month?
Yeah.
Is that a good month or
things are happening. It's been a good month for me.
Things are happening.
Yeah.
Red cups are tipping. White girls are flipping.
White girls are flipping. He hit me with the Christmas rounds and shit. You know.
Why they gotta be? Did I say dash it through these hoes? I just said red cups are tipping, white girls are flipping.
Mofos be tipping.
I don't know. It's just been a good.
He didn't get it.
It's a lot happening, you know.
Mike Jones. It's okay. That's all right. It's a lot happening. It's okay. We're more than halfway through the year.
Crazy.
You're going by quick.
Labor Day, not wearing white. White people came up with that, right? Don't wear white after Labor Day.
That shit's stupid.
Right.
It is
If
stupid.
it's clean, I'm wearing it. Fuck it.
If it's clean, I'm wearing it.
Goddamn right. If it's clean and fly, I'm wearing that shit.
We also have freshly made beats this evening. Internet's joining us. Fresh, what up, though, fam?
What's up, fam?
How are you living, black man?
Maintaining, man.
The Asiatic man.
We're always trying to
The
elevate.
accuser. That's Fresh new name. Fresh the accuser.
The accuser.
What the fuck does that mean?
We'll leave our conversations
offline.
But yeah, he's the accuser.
Yeah.
Just know that.
And I hope they all burn in hell.
He just broke us with another one today. So
Another one.
He's the accuser.
Yep, you are. You know what? AKA Freshly Douglas, AKA the accuser Oh, goddamn ass accusing Channel 7 ass USA ABC having
Old Fox News ass.
old
nigga.
Fox News.
Old Donald Trump hating news ass.
Donald
nigga.
Trump ass nigga on ESPN
Hey, yo,
playing
you making me
OJ.
offended now.
Oh, you're offended. Oh, excuse us.
Well, excuse us.
Excuse us, accuser.
Yeah, man. Brothers chilling, man.
How are you, sir?
I'm fantastically well.
That's good.
You're
looking happier.
I'm looking happier.
God damn it, you're glowing.
I'm glowing. The glow up has now transferred to from you.
My glow down is kind of going down a little bit. I need to step my shit up.
Your glow down is done. I'm inheriting the glow.
You got the accuser over here doing shit. God damn. Taking my light. Taking my shine, baby.
Taking my shine,
When
nigga.
the fresh become collateral damage.
Kiss my Converse. Leroy. Still in the shine. I'm taking the glow, nigga. I'm taking the glow up, okay? It's the goddamn Leo season.
my Converse.
If you're into that, zodiac signs and all, what does that mean?
What? Zodiac?
Yeah.
It's like
all of the
stars.
symbols and
Yeah,
star
but I think it's
symbols.
places in stars or some shit.
Yeah.
Or constellations.
Motaro, half man,
not-
half horse ass.
I'm not one of those people. I don't know about that
half
shit.
stars.
I
You're
know
Virgo.
what mine is, but I don't know about
You're a Scorpio.
Yeah, I know what mine is, but I
And
can't
my
tell
name
you.
is Larry.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what all the other.
But do you believe that? Like, I'm a Leo man.
I think it's more of
A mindset.
because people make it a thing.
Uh-huh.
I think it's a thing.
You know what? I think it's more or less common occurrences. Because like you have certain events that are going to happen, and the horoscope shit speak vaguely on it, and so of course you can actually apply your life to it.
Yeah, to whatever
more or
it is. It
less
doesn't
it's
matter.
like
You
that.
can. Oh yeah, I do that shit. Oh, I don't do that.
Who's sitting back doing that shit? Who's sitting back scheming like May 22nd through July
hand.
1st?
The hand.
The hand. Yeah.
We'll get on that later. But
Who is this? What kind of shit is that? Niggas be reading horoscopes like it's like my life.
To a degree, I believe a little bit of it. I don't get that whole
No, you believe in witchcraft, huh?
witchcraft. Yeah, I don't think they're one and the same at all.
Sure, I'm a
Man,
Wiccan now.
Yeah, he's a Wiccan. Nigga drinking non-fucking sodium sugar ass goddamn monster shit coming down here with the goddamn.
Drink one monster.
That's the devil's juice, nigga.
Now you a black devil.
Yeah.
Black devil. Damn it, that's what you are.
I saw you thinking that devil's juice, nigga. Coming over here, goddamn Wiccans.
Nah, but I mean, what is that's astronomy, right? That's what that shit
No.
is. Zodiac. It's all the same, isn't it?
Two different things.
Okay.
Definitely two different things.
Astronomy is the science of it, and like astrology is like that predicting type thing, whatever, like Leos and Libras and Geminis and shit like that. It got some truth to it, you know what I mean, if you actually, delve into it, but you can't live your life by it.
Wait, so you saying it's got some truth to it? So basically, some regular ass person, however many whatever the fuck ago, was like, "Hey, this means that." Who the fuck told them? Isn't everything a fucking guess?
But that's the thing, though. If you look, if not trying to sidetrack, like, there's one person that wrote most of the books of the Bible, and you taking his word, that means that.
I'm not
Just
gonna
don't,
get into that.
just
I'm not
don't,
gonna
just
do it.
don't look
I'm
at
not-
this.
saying.
I'm
Just,
not gonna do it.
just watch the NIV,
Don't-
okay?
Don't take me there.
Like, I'm
hated
just
it.
saying, like, the
I'm
New
not gonna do
Testament, most of it's written by Paul.
Just
you know what I mean?
2 snaps and around the world.
It's written by people.
So how do you know it's just one person that did astrology?
I don't. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Who knows? Nobody fucking knows.
I know, so therefore,
Somebody couldn't be like, I'm gonna fucking write this.
Well-
and it's like back then, I think history was everything. That was power. So they said history is told by the victors, whoever won.
Well, yeah,
So
spoilers of war.
and they got to write whatever the fuck they want to write.
Yes and
They
no.
could, and then it's like, I don't know about this shit. I mean, as far as I see it, I've never seen or heard of anybody that has magical powers, superpowers, whatever the fuck. So how the hell do they get to know what the hell happened and all this stuff? Everybody's a person just like me.
well, you got to think when a
It's all a
story goes from one person to another, it's how they manifest things, and some hyperbole might get involved into it, a little exaggeration, like, hey, Tom saw the cat, and then, you know what I'm saying, Tom told Teak. Teak said, hey, yo, Tom saw the cat and the dog, you know what I mean? And it goes throughout history and shit.
Pause. I wouldn't be saying I
And-
saw the cat and the dog. I'd be one that cat.
So it goes throughout history.
That
and
pussy
eventually,
cat.
you know what I'm saying, somebody might say the cat walks on water. You know what I
like
mean?
I said, it's all made up.
It could be. Maybe not. I
That
don't
was
know.
a hell of a jump you just made.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
it sounds like conundrums.
I'm just saying, like, you
That's
know
what it
what I'm saying?
It's all
As
made
you keep
up.
the stories
Everything.
keep going through people, you know, they keep adding on.
The only thing that's facts, and this is facts. This is the only thing that's possible.
Come on, Jerusalem.
Niggas are born, they live, and they die, and they tell stories in between it. That's it. That is it.
Well, you can,
Have any of you motherfuckers ever seen a motherfucking somebody come from whatever, and do whatever? Yeah, I'm not saying.
well, yeah.
I'm not saying there's
saying
no-
it like that, I see a lot of that.
I'm
shit.
not saying there's no higher power, all that stuff like that. I'm just saying there's no. Everything is everybody's own interpretation of whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, you take the best part of
and
whatever
that's
you come
it.
across.
So all of this stuff is made up.
Don't you-
Everybody
don't you
born,
think-
they live, they die.
And through that, they
That's
live
it.
through mathematics. Everybody lives through mathematics. Anywhere you go in this world, 2 + 2 is going to be 4.
Or Jello to some people.
So that's just how it is, bro.
Accuser was saying the same thing.
That's right. I seen you. And as we've opened up this show, and
That was some heavy ass.
yeah.
Over here
Hopefully
like,
your brain didn't explode while you were listening. Mine is explode while you were listening to this intro with these fellers.
Damn, that was the intro. Go ahead.
It was hell of an intro. It's like a Jay-Z goddamn intro, nigga. Blow your mind, nigga. I listen to these BTF niggas because they blow my mind, son. It's goddamn 6:15 in the morning. I might be driving a truck, blowing my mind. Or maybe roll over some ass. I don't know. Maybe it's 2:37 and it's Tuesday and you didn't have to work today. I don't know. Or maybe you're just listening to us at your leisure and it's like 5 months ago. And the shit we're probably talking about is not even relevant, but it's relevant somehow, way, shape, or form. Either way, I'm just thanking you for tuning in each and every week. Tuesdays, dropping a new fireworks. I've had a lot of great guests so far in this 8 months that's gone yonder. I think it's only going to continue to get better towards this holiday season. You know, it's going to get cold, so niggas is going to be inside, so, you know, they're not out. So, you know, if they're not out, they're in. Ain't that right?
I was confused by that for a moment.
Don't
Very
be.
much so.
Don't be. Because when that cold hits the back of that goddamn tooth, nigga, that you ain't got done in 10 years, say at such a regular ass time, niggas ain't going to go to dentist for 10 years. Nigga Sherb like, I just went last week.
Yeah, I won't be feeling that cold with it.
Won't be feeling that cold. Not trying to hit the back of that molar. But when you are, I guess we're jumping out this first half with the question. And the question, so as hath said.
Life skin dork.
The Lord has spoken. Are you a jealous person or possessive person? And why or why not? Let me run that by you one more again. Are you a jealous person or possessive person? And why or why not? So if we have to go with these two that are faced with us, we're going to throw it to scumbag Sherm.
Mm-hmm.
And are you a jealous person or a possessive person if you had to choose?
Before that,
Sidebar.
you mean in general, or are you talking about in just relationships?
However you want to
General, however you want to break it down.
Okay.
Completely up to you.
So are you a jealous person or a possessive person? Nah.
I don't think I'm either, to be honest with you. Man.
Well, look at this nigga. He chooses C, neither A or B.
No, because first of all, what do I got to be jealous of, right? You know what I'm saying? Of who and for what? In real talk, what do y'all got to be jealous of?
Real shit, man.
So there's that. And possessive, you know what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't be jealous of nobody.
So there's that. And
No,
Can I just let me just for the internet
No,
for the
go
internet's
ahead,
listening.
go ahead.
Let me break it down for the white man jealous.
But Merriam-Webster.
It is. It's an adjective. And it's a feeling or showing envy of someone or their achievements and advantages. Example, he grew jealous of her success. Or we're going to go feeling or showing suspicion of someone's unfaithfulness in a relationship, such as, to Fresh's point, fiercely productive or vigilant of one of rights or possessions.
Yo, that's a very broad question because we all possessive and jealous to a certain extent to certain things. We're not If pertaining to relationships, I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Not what?
Jealous or possessive. You know what I'm saying? Because like people gonna do what they do.
Okay.
So you with me, you're with me. You're not, you're not.
Okay.
But like with certain things, yeah, I'm fucking jealous and possessive of. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I love my phone, man. You know what I mean? My phone is part of my daily tasks, my daily duties. I trap off of it and do whatever.
Allegedly.
You know what I mean? No, well, it's legal trapping.
Oh, okay. You don't want anybody to get mistaken with
True indeed.
as such wire phone calls.
Or like, you know what I'm saying, or like my children. I'm very, possessive of my children. You know what I mean? Or like, I'm jealous of my somebody if they have more time with my children than me. You know what I mean? So things like that. So
I like that better. It's much better put than scumbag Sherman,
I'm
who say
not either.
who say it such runs the world without say it such caring like world.
well, Sherman don't give a fuck.
That's why it's
He was like,
scumbag.
I'm not either. Next question.
I'm not either. Yeah, I don't fuck with shit. I'm not possessive or jealous.
That's for suckers.
Real talk. Real talk.
That's for sucker motherfuckers. This nigga over here. I like BTF Fresh's breakdown. Jesus Christ, Freshly Made Music broke it down a little bit better. This nigga, yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I'm possessive of
The working man is a sucker.
of my bread. I
There
possess
you
that.
go. You know what I mean? So you
Outside of that,
you feel a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
possess
When
that?
you don't when somebody
Rather not the same thing.
hindering you getting your bread or something. You know what I mean? So if you look at the broad spectrum of the question, yeah, man, you possessive of your bread.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, lately as I've grown older, I want to live like as light as possible, on your feet, as little on your feet as possible. So I don't need a lot. I'm not that possessive. Like,
What you mean little on? I mean little
you know
light
what I'm
on
saying?
your feet.
Like, I don't need a big old house. I don't need a lot of shit, a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a shit ton of clothes. I don't need all that. I don't want shit following me on my back that I'm carrying with me everywhere I go. If I just want to get up and leave them out, you know what I'm saying? I can just move like the wind.
Rolling Stone type shit.
All he needs
Papa
is that.
was a Rolling Stone.
Yeah,
Wherever he laid his hat. That's it.
all he needs.
That's all he needs. Was his home. And when he died, all he
I'll
left
buy a
is...
new fit when I get there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just moving. Just move, you know. So I don't really not a.
Serve is the type of nigga to take his fitted cap off with 4 fingers, like it's a goddamn Ray, like as opposed to like the 2 finger like
Right.
thumb and index type. This nigga takes it off with 4.
You might fuck the bill over 2 fingers. I already know what kind of nigga you is just because you said that. All right.
What say you at BTF Tom, regular ass Tom? Are you a jealous person or a possessive person?
It depends on the situation. Like in general, I'm not a jealous person. I can be possessive.
So you a stingy motherfucker?
I am. That's a fact. Because I feel like if I've worked my ass off for something, I've earned that.
Okay.
It's mine, and I've done it the way that I want to do it, and I'm very, possessive of that.
Sure.
Like I won't. The things I do for a reason. And like, to Fresh's point, I do a lot of things for my children. So if anything interferes with that, I'm very possessive of that notion that I did this for my kids.
Yeah.
So if it interferes with that at all, it's a problem for me. But as far as with, because you say in general or in a relationship, I don't tend to be, I can be jealous at times, but it depends on how deeply involved I am with the person. Because it's always 2 people in a relationship, so.
I would hope so, because
Yeah,
that'd be
I
kind of
would.
weird if you just one person, you in your hand.
Well, this nigga's out here marrying rocks and shit.
Oh, but
so.
it's motherfuckers
And she married bleach.
it was a broad that married herself, actually.
Yeah, it's very, very.
Dennis Rodman married himself.
Really?
Dennis
he did.
Rodman
He
married
did. Yeah,
himself.
he did.
Remember?
That's when he got the wedding dress.
bigger and better, bad as I want to be. He was.
He literally married
He
himself?
went. Remember, he got married and he was in the wedding dress, and business is like, "Oh, is he gay? What's going on?" He's like, "No, I'm married myself." Dennis
Oh,
Rodman.
it's actually a woman. She did an expose on her. She actually literally went through the fucking courts and married herself.
So did Dennis Rodman.
So he did the same shit.
He did the
That's
same
some weird ass
exact
shit.
It is weird shit. I ain't talking no shit
That's
like
some
that.
egotistical shit.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
what that is. Like, you know what?
Narcissistic shit.
Yeah.
So you quantify time and effort. The more time and effort you put into it, the more.
Yeah,
or
because
less.
I'm not about to be jealous or possessive over somebody that I might have been dating like a few weeks or something like that. I haven't developed that.
Those are called hoes.
Not
Not so much.
necessarily.
Not necessarily.
No, how do you define hoes? Because I feel like you a hoe ass nigga if you like, jealous about your ex from 8 years
But she
ago.
might be having some hoe ass pussy, and
I'm just saying, this dude's out here to be like, nigga, you can't touch my ex. I used to fuck her in 2000.
Right.
Like, what? Get
That's
over it, nigga.
yeah. That's
It's about to
like
be 2020.
I'm like,
And
that's
that's
17 years ago.
that right there is possessive
Wait,
in
wait,
all
wait.
the worst kind of ways, right there.
Yeah, that's the
To me,
thing.
Yeah,
bro.
you gotta watch them niggas. Them niggas kill.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
they kill.
I'm
They
just
kill
saying.
people.
same type of nigga that we'll get into that. I don't know.
Yeah,
same
so-
type of niggas that wear hoodies in 85-degree weather. But
True.
go ahead.
So I can tend to get that way. It just depends on how involved I am with the person. But I feel I'm both. Like I said, as far as relationship goes, because I could be possessive as well. Because you can have where you're with somebody or whatever, and you might not be worried about. You might see them. They got friends that was been before you or something like that, and you're not necessarily worried about it. But it's a thing where you want that level of respect for that person to know, like, that's me. You need to make sure they understand that's me, because if they don't, it'll be a fucking problem. I'm gonna fuck somebody up. You know what I mean? But that's the possessive side. If you're in that relation, because you don't want to get, niggas is haters. So
All day.
nigga will be like, oh, he with her? Oh yeah, I'm about to fuck with him
you
real
gotta-
bad.
I'ma just
You know what
fuck
I'm saying?
with her
That's,
just 'cause.
that was supposed to
Yeah.
be me. You know what I mean? And then it's like they see that and they want to fuck with you and shit, like get in your face and shit, like, yo, so you know I fucked her, right? Like, nigga, one, I don't even fucking know you. I don't give a fuck. Why the fuck you trying to start some shit with me? You know what I mean? Because people try to test you and do all this shit like that. You don't know who I am, what I'm capable of. I ain't with all of that
Nigga,
shit.
did you learn boundaries as a kid?
Right.
Like,
I mean, that's some shit like, that's high school shit. You know what I mean? Like,
gun
I'm
butt you
grown
right
as
now.
fuck. For me, it's just like,
Grown ass man.
that is, some shit where niggas can be possessive over something they didn't get.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if it's something that's mine, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to do, I'm going to play cool, but I ain't about to be acting like no bitch. Like,
I ain't gonna be no bitch.
I'm gonna let you know up front. Like, I ain't for all of the drama and all that. I ain't with the fight and all that shit. I got responsibilities, nigga. I got niggas that depend on me.
That's
so
right.
Niggas
That's right.
these days in 2017, y'all motherfuckers is crazy. And I ain't trying to be no parts of that shit. But I will respectfully let you know, nigga, I will fuck you up.
So you telling me when it comes to this shit, you're savvy to nigga moments, like. You won't be able to get sucked into a nigga
No,
moment.
hell no.
Because nigga moments happen day in, day out in Detroit.
I think that comes with maturity.
Which is
and
true.
Age. How I act now is nowhere near how I would have acted when I was 21.
Listen, can I
that.
tell you about a nigga moment? Speaking of a nigga moment, we'll talk about a nigga moment real quick. It actually happened while I was getting lunch today. Okay? It just so happened at a restaurant that was called Twin Motherfucking Peaks. And I damn near had a nigga moment. It was about to just turn fucking ugly. Okay?
0 to 100, huh?
0 to 100. I like Twin Peaks as a restaurant, because they chill their beer at like 29 degrees. So
Is that the reason?
that is the reason. Because here's the thing. You can get any type of draft beer. And when you get the beer, not only is the tall, glass frosty and the whole shit, your beer actually has a little bit of like slush to it in a sense, but not so much to where you're drinking slushy beer like a fucking icy or goddamn Slurpee type beer. It's literally chilled to almost perfection to where
Real connoisseur shit.
real connoisseur shit, right? So I respected that about this establishment. So having such lunch, and I'm the kind of nigga that's we want to talk about possessive with my food, the portions, and how I eat, and I'm the kind of nigga that's I'm just like that. Call it what you want. I'm dipping the fries and then the right amount of ketchup and the goddamn shrimp and the motherfucking chicken tenders, and I'm eating at a certain pace that I like to eat, as well as drink said beer. Some niggas just like to drink the whole goddamn beer and eat their food. Some niggas were taught to eat all of your food, then drink your goddamn liquids. Everybody was raised differently, right? So I portioned my shit out just right. And at this establishment, similar to almost a Hooters. So think about it, if you've never heard internets of Twin Peaks, think of Hooters and think of, the white girls in Hooters with the big ass tube socks on and the white 5411s on with no titties nor no ass. So in this establishment, they have their demographic is a skinny girl with a wide torso, with like a long torso, with tattoos at least to work there. East side titties, like infamil milk titties, like where the push-up bra has become a thing of like pulling the string and the titties go like whoop. That's like a requirement.
Voluptuous.
No, not even voluptuous. We're talking about used to stray away, but now they come together to stay.
Oh, okay. Sure indeed.
So now, I'm in this establishment, and look, Sherm, I get to a point where I'm done with my meal, and I've portioned out, okay, this is the right amount of beer and the right amount of swig that I've got left. And mind you, it's a lot of, Caucasian women walking around here because the shift change hasn't happened, right? Niggas work after 4, so 4 o'clock hasn't hit yet. White people were there. Niggas is just trailing on in, right? Mm-hmm. So Starkeisha, y'all remember Starkeisha's ass.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. She's in the back. She don't have on one of these, little tops with little torso shit. She's big as fuck, right? Like, she has to wear the full management polo with 2-button dockers, the whole shit, right? Starkeisha has the fucking audacity to not even ask me if I'm done with my fucking beer, but comes over to said table, grabs my fucking beer like, and then walks off. I instantly had a nigga moment and got mad because I had that swig of beer left to complete and finish my meal.
So that's not good service to you.
It's terrible goddamn customer service.
That's like stepping on your Jordans, taking away your last swig of beer.
There it is.
Man.
That last swig. I'm like, bitch, did you see this beer? And then you didn't fucking ask me.
Did I want another one or nothing?
or sir, are you done with this? Yeah. You literally come to my fucking table, pick my goddamn beer up, almost like swig that bitch in front of me, and then walk the fuck off. Like there was no conversation.
That sounds like a pro and con thing in your mind. Like, yo, I should nut the fuck up, but I'm about to go to jail if I nut the fuck up.
That is exactly what I had, right? Because I couldn't believe it. I couldn't fucking believe the last swig that I had that I saved. This bitch, Starkeisha, and Google this bitch. Remember that was the bitch that's like, that's the bitch that took that shit. Big fat Jolly Rancher fucking. Anyway, took a nigga swig of beer and left. Gone with the wind. And then ate a goddamn double bison burger with extra bacon and onion fries.
So you're possessive over beer is what you're saying.
I'm possessive over my meal. Don't touch my
touch your
motherfucking meal. I'm paying premium quality for this shit. You need to ask me, bitch. You need to say, sir, are you done? Say something like that to that effect. Don't just come over and grab my fucking cup, bitch, like you doing me a service, and you did me a disservice by taking my swig of beer. I was mad because you know what? I don't want another beer, Sherm. I'm full, and I portioned that beer out to where that swig was going to be.
It's a principle
It's
now.
a principle.
Right. Because
right? You get me?
You quantify time and effort.
God damn it.
You bust your ass.
Bust my ass.
During that week.
Eat this meal, right?
You bust your ass to earn that check so that you can afford that meal.
That's it.
And then you got this perfect setting of this meal and this fucking beer, and you about to be like, yes, this is life. Yeah. And that bitch just snatched your dream
like
away.
Like a goddamn fish coming up the stream, right? What in the fuck?
That's unfortunate, bro. I'm right there with you.
It is unfortunate.
On the possession, yeah.
And I was glad somebody was with me to calm me down because it was about to be a motherfucking problem.
So you one of them? You'll blow up over that kind of shit, though.
I am. I'm to Tom's point.
You control her rent payment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I could have had that bitch. Like,
keep that in mind.
To an extent.
To an
extent.
You might need that $2 I was gonna tip your ass. Now you gotta get nothing. And now you're gonna look at me like I'm the scumbag.
She's the cleaner. She's the busboy. She's not even a waitress. They don't want her to waitress because her torso ain't right. It's wide and all outside. Okay? So Starkeisha, hopefully you listen to this podcast. So bitch, don't grab nobody's beer next time without asking, sir, can I take this? It's a fucking courtesy, you fat bitch.
So Starkeisha's got one of these backs that's about as wide as this table.
She's got a back that's as big as Mississippi.
So this place is on your ban list now because of her?
Because of that bitch. If I saw who looked like the manager that owned the building. Why? Because he had a goddamn Nextel on his hip. I didn't know Nextel still existed. So you know that nigga owns the establishment, right? I was gonna go tell the white man, but to your point, I could have fucked up her whole rent check. I said, you know what? She probably got 3 kids. She probably from goddamn Ross and Meringue. Let me just chill, because this bitch is out here trying to make it. And shout out to all my people on Ross and Meringue, by the way, because I used to get subwoofers over there from Wild Electronics. But that's another story. But if you start Keisha taking niggas' beer, it is a wild-ass tangent. If you're taking niggas' beer, just don't do it. If we talk about possessive or jealous, I'm both, right? So I'm a little bit of both. Jealous of not so much of what someone else's has, right? Because I know what I got, and it's what it is, right? What's that shit you talk about? Bible shit. What the Lord has made for me is for me. so what? I don't know if that's even a direct quote. Don't even quote me on that. But you
just go paraphrase.
Paraphrase. It's not the book of Harmon.
That's the title.
Yo, nigga, don't.
That's the title. Book of Harmon.
Book 8, chapter 19 and shit. Like, what is this nigga talking about?
That's it. There it is.
Yeah, what verse and chapter and shit is that?
What the Lord has made for me is for me.
happened.
Okay.
To the victors go to spoils, nigga. Shit.
So I can't be worried about what another nigga's doing. You know what I'm saying? So, to your point, Tom, it could be in a situational thing as far as the jealousy thing, the possessive thing. You goddamn right. Like, this is, my pussy. This is my pussy. And for niggas that don't respect my pussy, it's going to be a problem. Right? Like, it's literally going to be a problem. However, if the pussy's not respecting the possessive portion, then that's also going to be another problem.
Yeah, because what if she don't want to be possessed?
Yeah, that's a whole different thing.
People gonna do what they do.
People are going to do what they want to do
Let go.
every day.
Let go and let God. Also from the Book of Harmon.
The views and opinions expressed here by Blue Tigers Fitted are not those of regular ass Tom.
Oh, shit.
Go and let God over the pussy.
Hey, you not wrong, though. I mean,
Shit, you
shit.
know.
No, he is wrong.
not.
Scumbag shirt.
I'm not about to stick
know,
around
man.
somebody that want to be.
That was some solid wisdom right there.
Let her go.
So the pussy, if you don't want me, then don't
If
fuck
they
to
don't want to
me.
be possessed, let them go.
If they don't want
Why
to
would you want to be with somebody that don't want to be?
possessed.
No, yeah, you know what I mean. Why would you want to be with somebody like that? That's not like, you know what? That's my man. You know what I mean? Why would you want to be with a female like that?
She might not be in her phase of life for all that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Let it go.
You know.
If it's meant
Wait,
for you, it'll come back. There's some more knowledge for you.
I was about to say he ain't dropping nothing but knowledge tonight.
Dropping
goddamn.
bombs.
Shit.
What a fucking
Shit, I don't know, man. This hard to knowledge, man. This is life wisdom and creeds to live by.
If you love something, let it go. If it comes back to you, it was meant to be.
This might actually be knowledge, not
You
good
got
knowledge.
motherfuckers with their pen and pad next to the speaker right now, like, hell
They be
yeah.
riding that shit.
Shit.
These niggas talking some real
I'm
shit.
dropping fire.
Tom ain't regular at all.
I see why he takes trips, nigga.
That nigga's getting knowledge.
That nigga's getting knowledge, B. International knowledge.
This nigga searching for biblical scrolls.
Searching for the goddamn
I'm in the pyramids, nigga. I'm getting scrolls.
talk about mathematics, upside down math,
God
nigga.
damn it.
That nigga rocking a doji or some shit.
Doji.
Niggas looking for the seventh wonder of the world over here. Shit.
Down straight.
And then goddamn hidden treasure and shit.
Spreading the Book of Harmon. Spreading it to the people.
You never know, man. 20 years from now, man, there actually might be a Book of Harmon shit.
That might be history. Oh,
Nah, niggas don't want my history.
create my own astronomy.
Shit. This podcast being a theology class and shit. Oh, so this is where they created the Book of Harmon. This is the Genesis.
Live from Studio One.
Four niggas on a mic in the basement.
And the white skinned Lord said,
The Lord's-
"Let there be bikes."
The light skinned Lord. That's right.
Oh, shit. All that shit starting to make sense now.
So that's what's really happening. Motherfuckers are cult all of a sudden.
You didn't know you were in the presence of a Lord.
Apparently not. Shit.
That's exactly what it is.
Enjoying the goddamn coke fucking around. Please, somebody save me.
Why they all rocking Nike decades?
We already got the red cups.
You already got the red cup
BTF
nigga, with the BTF juice flowing. God damn it, runneth over. And while it's running over, check to see if you're that jealous person or that possessive person. If you are, it's okay. Don't worry. Just embrace it. Be jealous. Be possessive. In the end, just know who the fuck you are. Because we know who we are.
Super fast.
Super facts, God damn it. And knowing who you are is half the battle. Also in the Book of Harmon of somewhere in chapter 10, verses 2 and 3. But if you're not being blasphemous like regular ass Tom was in the book of Harmon, it was. It's talking about the Lord.
What a lowercase.
The lowercase.
With a T.
God damn it.
Lord.
Either way, we're going to listen to these freshly made beats. Head to break. Give you guys a chance to check out some good music and get back to us. We'll be right back after these beats.
It's Freddie P from the HeatFactory.com, man. I'm kicking in the Studio One with BTF, Teak, Tom, and Sherm. Check out the new show Tuesday. Blue Tigers fitted, man.
Blue Tigers Fitted, Internets, we're back at it again, back to hit you with some knowledge, or KNOW, depending on how you like to spell it, or however it is. You're listening, goddammit, it's the second half. And apparently, H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy, Jigga Man, has been with Elliott Wilson. And before the guys got here, I told regular ass Tom, me personally, Elliott Wilson, Rap Radar, I don't know how he got to start. Haven't done any background.
He was print editors for like XXL and The Source. He's pretty heavy in the game of publications for rap shit.
What I will say is I hate Elliott Wilson's laugh.
Oh.
Like, what the fuck is that laugh? Okay? Like, every time he laughs...
You laugh shaming?
I feel as if he's like, yo, nigga, calm down. It's not that funny, number one. And number two, shut the fuck up.
Well,
like, the nigga, just ask questions, nigga. Don't laugh.
Well, he does deliver good content. Him and, what's B-Dot, his name?
Is that who? Okay.
Yeah, for Rap Radar Podcast. They deliver content to people that most people can't interview.
So that's the thing, right? Title... If you're privy, like, regular ass Tom, and you spend the extra $10 for Title each and every month, you get to see a exclusive interview. However, me and the slumlords like Scumbag Sherm end up finding that shit somewhere, somehow on a YouTube link.
Wait a minute.
Allegedly.
I actually have Title. Sorry.
Wait a minute. When'd you get Title, nigga?
Sorry. Yeah.
When'd you get Title?
A while ago, actually.
Wait. Who sent me the YouTube link?
I didn't see no YouTube link. I don't drop dimes either. I don't know who
First
did what.
send shit.
One of you niggas sent me a link.
I don't know.
Like it's a
I don't
fucking
know what
cocaine transaction. Fucking YouTube link.
I don't
shit.
know about that.
We don't
I don't know
incriminate shit.
shit.
Nigga, it's a YouTube link.
All I know is I'm on my 30-day subscription free pass for Title right now. So, yeah.
Oh, you got it because of Jigga Man's interview, huh?
Yeah, actually.
Hey,
Fuck it. Why not?
So anyway, Sean Corey, a.k.a., Jigga Man, Jay-Z, went on an interview with Elliott Wilson. It looks like they were setting up doing a podcast, right? But it was
It's a podcast.
It was an exclusive look for Title.
Yeah, they're the
official podcast.
They're official
now.
podcast Title. They get paid by Title.
Elliott Wilson, they Rap Radar Podcast used to be out of I think Play It, that CBS network, and then I think he left and started working for Title. So now Rap Radar Podcast is for Title.
Yeah, they are employed by Title.
it's pretty dope. I know that's pretty dope.
It is. So the laugh got you far, nigga.
Clearly it did.
Clearly it did. But I saw like 20, 25 minutes of it. I was brushing my teeth. I was getting ready. Throwing my hair back. And I didn't see all the interview. So I can't speak too much on it. What I did see was pretty dope. What I also did see is that, 4D is taking over. And Jay-Z looks like somebody's grandpa right now. Because you can see all the ridges in this nigga's cheek structure and his chin looking like. How old is Jay-Z?
I think he's like
47?
47.
God, that's
yeah,
he's 50.
because him and what's the name are the same age.
Who?
Big Daddy Kane.
No, or Fat Joe too.
Wow.
Did you know that?
Really?
Fat Joe's 47. He just turned 47.
Fat Joe
I
looks
did
like
not
the
know
nigga
that.
in who was the Clarice? Who was the shit? And come on, Tom. Silence of the Lamb, but it was the sequel, and it was the nigga that Anthony Hopkins. It was the motherfucker that was in the wheelchair. Come on,
You got me.
you.
I tell you, that's a random ass reference point.
I haven't seen that movie since that shit
Hannibal
came out.
Lecter.
I know
Hannibal.
what you're talking about.
Do you
but I
remember the movie
first
Hannibal?
thing you're
Do you
talking
remember
about.
the movie Hannibal?
I remember it.
Do you remember the motherfucker that was rich?
I don't.
And, wait. The nigga that was rich, and he actually had like some fucking warthogs that he was training to kill Hannibal. And he was in a fucking wheelchair and had that face and had like the one eye. That's who Fat Joe looks like.
Didn't they end up eating this?
They did. See, you remember? They pushed him over the thing like, oh!
No, they fucking ate his ass.
You remember what I'm talking about? Don't fucking play me like
I
you
don't
don't know
remember
what I'm
his
talking about.
face verbatim and shit.
Well, Google that shit,
Goddamn.
nigga. That's who Fat
Shit.
Joe looks like.
Well,
50 and
cool.
up. Bitch, goddamn.
Well, yeah, Jay-Z's 47.
Okay, he's 50.
All right.
He's really looking like somebody's granddaddy on this interview.
I mean,
Bro, he's close to being a billionaire. You know.
No, he is a billionaire.
Is he?
no,
yes.
not yet.
No.
Combined,
no,
they are.
No.
By himself, he's not.
By himself, he is.
No, he's not.
Well, I'm not counting the man's money and all that, but you know
He's
what I'm saying.
not. You can Google this shit. He's not a billionaire. Google his net worth right now.
No. I don't want
I'll
to
do
hear.
it.
Okay, do it. Do it, Tank from fucking goddamn Matrix 1. Oh, Timac ass nigga. Oh, S Curl ass.
Timac.
Oh, Vanity 6 ass motherfucker.
Yeah, she was fire. I don't know if I
She
can
was.
say that. God damn it.
Tina Marie wasn't though.
But
R.I.P. Tina
you know what
Marie.
I'm saying? Like I believe, you know what I'm saying, age comes wisdom. So he been in the game so long, and it was not as insightful as a lot of his interviews, but it was very insightful. The actual because Rap Radar, they asked poignant questions involving, like, of course, like I remember they asked about the money phone and things of that nature. Oh, sidebar, go ahead.
The couple's net worth, as in Jay-Z and Beyonce, is $1.16 billion. Jay-Z's net worth is $810. Thanks.
Add those subscriptions like
Oh my God!
Freshly
Stop it.
Freshly
Stop it.
Douglas.
Now you're reaching.
And your ass.
Now you're reaching.
It's $1 billion.
And my subscription. Okay.
Your subscription makes it $1
Okay.
billion. Okay.
Yeah.
You're a billionaire.
I made Jay-Z.
What
a
other
billionaire.
nigga you know that's 800 and some odd goddamn million?
Not
You
nobody.
don't.
Well,
Okay. Nope.
Dr.
Nope.
Dre.
Nope.
He's a
no.
billionaire.
No. Jimmy Iovine.
Dr.
But
Dre's
yeah,
a billionaire.
but yeah,
Shout out to Tyrese. But go ahead.
he
Fucking shit up. you
the
dumbass nigga.
the podcast itself, it was like he was spitting game like a cool ass uncle. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, and so like it was
Does it make you feel old?
no, not really. You know what I'm saying? It's just he's wise, whatever, beyond his years, because you could tell that from a hip hop standpoint, he's seen it all in that sense. You know what I mean? He just kicking game. Like, I remember one part he was like, "Yo, I'm not trying to tell you not to do stupid shit. Go ahead and do stupid shit." You
have
know what I'm
fun.
saying? But I'm trying to give you a roadmap so you don't go into the roadblocks that I fucked up and did that. at.
Hove did that, so hopefully you won't have to go through
Yeah,
that.
I
He even
believe-
says that.
Yeah,
He quoted
he
that
even
like
quoted that.
4 times in it.
Yeah, he quoted multiple verses from his past discography. Like, yo, you're right, he has been kicking game for a while.
But here's the thing. Most people forget when he did Reasonable Doubt, he was 26 years old.
No.
26.
I don't forget that.
I don't
No, nobody forget that.
Years ago
You know,
when he dropped
that's-
that.
Yeah.
And he
Right.
speaks on that.
So my point is, to your point, to piggyback off of that, he's been through that, right? So he's not 19. He's not 2021 making the fucking mistakes. So he was 26 years old, damn near on his way to 30, making Reasonable Doubt.
Well, he had been on the rap scene for longer than that, but his debut, sure, it dropped at 26.
Correct.
Now, the one thing I can appreciate they asked him and talked about is like Jay-Z's never came at you from a broke nigga's perspective ever. You know what I'm saying? And that's think about it. And it was a point where it's like, oh, Jay, are you motherfuckers always saying you only talk about rich and doing all that shit. And Jay's like, yeah, nigga, I've been doing this for 20 years.
That's what I've been doing.
that's
what I am.
Shit, because like
That's
literally,
my point.
He started rapping as a grown ass
Right,
man.
as a grown man.
with
Gold
money,
gold
money.
BBSs. That's what I'm saying. The gold BBSs on the fucking Audi or the
Well,
Lexus or whatever. Like he's had that.
You'll find like, you know what I'm saying, features on like Big L's first album, or like rhyming with Biz. I believe wasn't he on? He was on that Kane party collab track or whatnot back in the day when he was doing the zippity that, bibbity that.
Yeah, the Hawaiian Sophie shit.
Yeah, but
check out the Z, check out the A, check out the Y,
like,
Z. Yeah, that shit.
He brought some more. He expounded upon certain things like the money phone thing, where he was like, "Yo, I'm not telling you not to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like." You can do shit like that, but it got to be more to that. He was talking about in the whole
what's
album.
Next? You know?
Yeah, what's next? Like, because usually, like, sidebar, it was a report that an NBA player after 5 years, the nigga's bankrupt. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he's not able to build up generational wealth. And that's basically what 444 is talking about for the most part. Besides the lemonade talk and all that stuff, to rebuttal and all that stuff. He is talking about building generational wealth. Right. You know what I mean? I don't understand why people are fucking revolting against him, saying like, yo, man, the money phone shit is cool and all, but yo, think further than that. You know what I mean? And there's a big ass revolt going on against that shit.
Yeah, it's a big ass revolt going on with Jay-Z, because he even touches on that too, with how motherfuckers, go to Spotify, they'll go to Apple, but they don't fuck with Tidal because of X. And he's not specifically blaming it because, he's black or nothing, but it's just that label you get because it's black owned, black people don't fuck with it.
Technically, he is, because he is saying it's almost more or less self-hate. And I remember in the interview, he said like, yo, I am not the only owner of Tidal. Like, go ahead, my bad.
No, yeah, and he really, I like, the best part of the interview to me was he was touching on how we always speak on the crabs in the barrel stuff. Mm-hmm. He was saying how like he cannot,
the LeVar Ball situation,
huh?
The LeVar Ball.
Yeah, but it's more than that. Okay. It wasn't. That was just a piece of it, but it was more than that. He just didn't understand it. It kind of touched base with me because I have the same thoughts. It's just like I don't understand how we as like black people always hating on each other. Like we don't come together to create shit. You know what I mean? Like if I wanted to fucking hella shade right now. If I want to fucking open a grocery store and shit, we got niggas saying, "Oh, you ain't gonna get approved for a loan. Oh, you can't do this. You can't do that."
Because
but at the same point,
they can't dream that far,
and they can't think like that.
Roadblock ass.
Yeah, and he was just saying how like he doesn't understand why that's the way it is, and he's seen examples of like when he made the line about how did the Jewish do it or whatever credit,
that's how they
and he was saying like how he saw that across the street from when he grew up in Marcy Projects. He saw literally it was like a 4-block area where Jewish people like created that area from nothing, and they do it because they had one person try and annihilate their whole culture. So he didn't they
he didn't get it. He didn't get it. But here's the thing: it's the same thing with the nigga that's telling you can't open the grocery store. Not that you physically can't, but because the nigga that was telling you niggas want you to get by, just not by them. Right, and that's how it's always been. Unfortunately, if you listen to AZ, who is a fat Jew, and I can say that because I know the nigga personally. So fuck all y'all that say, "Oh my God, I can't." You
cannot count my one Jewish friend. No, it doesn't.
No, but what he said, the fact of the matter is, to Tom's point, if a nigga wanted to fix his roof, and the Asian man said, or Sherm said, "Hey man, it's gonna be $10,000 to fix your fucking roof," and his compadre said, "Yo, man, it's gonna be $15,000 to fix your fucking roof," he's gonna go to the nigga that's $5,000 more because it's in his community and the money stays there. And he also knows and has a peace of mind that if something goes fucked up with my roof, Sherm wanted to charge me $5,000 less, but my guy that charged me $5,000 more is always gonna get me taken care of.
I was about to say, I was just gonna say, hopefully he's listening. I don't want to put wrong words in this.
Oh no, he's gonna listen.
I swear he said that, I'd rather go to my homie, even if he is charging a little more.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
So,
to keep the money in the community.
Yeah. No, to Jay-Z's point, he said it was the Jewish people for him. Look at where we are in Dearborn. Like, some certain spots in Dearborn, Michigan Avenue, those areas did not look like how they look.
No.
20 years
ago.
No. You know what I mean?
But why do you think that is?
Well, no, they'll actually
they support one another.
I'm about to say, well, it's about how the dollar travels or whatnot. But like what they would do is, especially in Dearborn, they'll buy a plot of land and they have their house right there. Instead of like moving to somewhere else, they just build up the house. You know what I mean? And just keep adding on. Like, oh, okay, I need another floor, or I need a fucking foyer, or whatever parts of the house, whatever. And then like I know like the corner liquor store or whatnot that I have is owned by, I forgot their ethnicity, but It was owned by this guy for about 20 years. Dude got tired of fucking with the liquor store, so he gave it to his cousins. It just came fresh off the boat. And now the cousin's been running for the last 3 years, and he's gonna give it to his son and whatnot. And you know what I'm saying? They keep the money in the family.
It's the same thing, and nobody's being racist, internet, so I don't want to hear that shit. Like, goddamn, BTF's talking some ill shit. Same thing when Baskin-Robbins took over, and East Indian, West Indian came over, and Indian took over Baskin-Robbins.
Well, they just
Right?
all bought it.
They took it over.
But
it's the
but
same shit where my Muslim brethrens would sit in a house, and it's 10 of them motherfuckers in a goddamn 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath fucking house. They'll praise and worship. They'll work. They'll eat. They'll sleep. They do what they got to do until they're able to get that profit, right? It's like I was telling somebody else about Chinese, Vietnamese, Asian, whatever it is. They'll open up a nail salon, pedicure, foot massage, whatever the fuck it is, get your hair goddamn done. And what was brought to my attention is half the people in there may not even be of the same ethnicity, right? You may have Vietnamese, Chinese, Japanese, and whatever in one place doing your feet, nails, hair, toes, whatever, right? But they're taking that money, and they're taking the money, they're bringing it back to their community, whether they're bringing people, like you said, fresh off the boat, to run this, run that, whatever. They're all working together, and the money's going back.
That goes back to
into the
self-help, self-hate also. You know what I mean? That bringing back LeVar Ball or whatever, right? Like Jay-Z, even though he didn't get 3 pairs, he bought 3 pairs.
He bought
didn't
3
get
pairs.
them
Yeah.
before and whatnot. It was like literally like, even to paraphrase Jay-Z, he did it all wrong, but he had a vision, and through his vision, we are actually looking at what LeVar Ball is doing and his son, and he made this brand or whatnot. And the minute the shoe dropped, I remember tons of memes. $400? What the fuck you mean $400? That shit ain't worth a Payless shoe. You know what I mean? And like, it was just like jokes and jokes and jokes and jokes. Like, yo, man, this man has a vision. If you fuck with it, you fuck with it. You don't, you don't. You know what I mean? But like, it's just a minute, especially from our community, we got to ostracize somebody that's trying to step out. Like his son, like, he's supposed to just go to Nike instantly, or go to Adidas instantly. Why the fuck it's so wrong to actually, like, okay, I'm in the league, I got a name. If I actually succeed, I can actually bring home more if I have my own brand. You know what I mean? That's just logical sense, right?
Yeah, so the like you said, like to Jay's point, and that's why we're encouraging you to take a look at the interview and kind of draw your own conclusion from it. Like you said, to paraphrase, and Jay was saying, like, hey, I don't understand the thought or the mentality. Me personally, I'm not going out spending or pre-ordering $400, $500 for a shoe that I don't even have today, nor tomorrow, or a month. I don't have it like that to do that, right? Not that I didn't respect that, because we've talked about LeVar's shoe on the show. It's nothing I would personally wear for $400. I'm not going to buy that bitch and be like, oh, that's dope. But quote me, and I also did say that is dope for a father taking up for his son and going to big brands like a Nike or an Adidas or whomever and saying, yo, my son is XYZ. Y'all want him to fuck with y'all? Pay us. This is what we're worth.
Yeah,
And that was kind of Jay's point. The whole interview was like, a lot of black people, we don't look at our own brands like that at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Bar just wanted.
That's the unfortunate part.
It is.
Initially, he just wanted like a cash money deal or no limit deal. Like, yo,
Pay us what we're worth.
yeah, yo, you the distributors.
We did to the coach.
Simple as that. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, yo,
He was
bro,
like,
we
I
gonna keep
literally
our
meant
shit.
that.
Hopefully
Yes, my
hopefully
shit is
you wanna go
my
for
shit
that.
is high as hell because I am doing that.
Because
I
I'm
meant
doing that.
literally.
So
You know?
from that regard, I encourage anybody who's like off here trying to do their own thing to watch it. Because just to watch a guy who's inching towards $1 billion give you some game that you don't have to give you. You don't have to sit down. It's a real candid interview. That's one of my favorite parts about it. You don't have to give you the game he's giving you. Some people will resist it because, like he said, they're not ready to process the information. I get that. But it's still going to be there for you years later, even when you go back to it and say, oh, shit, I'm ready for this message. You know, Jay gave it to you.
The
So
crazy thing is
hopefully it's not too late.
That's just part one. So it should be the second half of it
Yeah,
should be
you
coming.
touched
So where can the internets catch this at regular ass time?
Well, you want to subscribe, and I have no shame in calling this out because it's, you know, Jay-Z brand, whatever, but you got to go to Tidal.
yeah, you got. I can't.
It's on there. It's
I can't encourage bootlegging, man.
no,
you gotta go to Tidal,
at some
bro.
point in your life, you need to get right. Everything doesn't need to be. Let me
Yeah.
get to hook up on every goddamn thing.
Right.
You know, I've had some experience with trying to get to hook up on getting some stuff done on a home Okay.
We all like to cut corners.
Yeah, everybody wants to do that. Oh, you gonna do it for this price? Oh, hell yeah.
Speak for yourself, scumbag.
And you know,
As long as it's quality.
it turned out
Done
to
right.
be the worst headache ever in my life. You know what I mean? A 2-day project turned into a 2-month project. Okay. And you know, sometimes you just gotta do stuff the right way. Support, you know, whatever you want to support. I'm not telling you what to support, but just support it. Try it. Yeah, try to do the, what's the name one too?
Okay.
The last one. No.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
And, you know, it's just one of those things, you know, you got to support, you know, we got to start doing better. You know what I mean? We have all these other cultures that are doing it. You know what I mean? They support each other. But for whatever reason, us niggers
niggas.
cannot
Hold on.
get together.
Niggas want you to get by,
Listen,
not by them.
Think about
think
this
it's-
logically, though. Logically, we have been, quote unquote, free for about 53 years without any restraints,
Nope.
with no Jim Crow and nothing like that.
Mentally free.
No, I'm just saying, like legally free in this country or whatnot. So you still have certain caveats that come involved with
Now,
it.
see, not to get too deep, because
Do it.
in the era of segregation, I mean, black business was kind of booming in a sense.
Which is true. I understand what you're saying in that.
Something happened along the way.
No, when you have to depend on yourself, but once you start integrating and you actually depend on a dominant society, certain things just happen.
Well, you need to get back to what was happening. Well, not segregation, but we need to get back to
that Renaissance.
Yeah,
that Renaissance.
yeah.
It's a mental
But I'm
thing,
just saying,
man.
I'm just saying, like, you think about these other cultures or whatnot, like, literally, majority of our culture, we hit a wall. We don't know our ancestry because of slavery, whatever, right? A lot of these other cultures can go back hundreds and hundreds of years or generations or whatnot and be like, okay, this is whatever, right? So it's more or less is like a teenager trying to find his way as a community. That's what it seems like to me. And, you know, we're going to hit bumps and bruises, but as a whole, if you see the cream rise to the top, so as a whole, eventually you see certain things just click. Because last time a lot of shit clicked, we got stamped down. You know what I mean? That happened, the late 60s, early 70s. Then all of a sudden crack come involved. You know what I mean?
Oh, sprinkle some crack on them.
Heroin,
In all the missions.
We'll
or
show
the
you.
fucking co-intel killing the Panthers and shit. When motherfuckers started believing in Black Pride, then that motherfucker got snuffed out. You know what I'm saying? Then we started fighting each other again.
We can't have that.
So, you know,
Can't have that.
right.
Personally, from seeing that stuff as a guy that goes out and searches for information, knowledge, whatever, what I've found is, like, we have it built in us to listen to, like, you can see it in our schools, whatever. We have it built in us to listen to the history of the victors, as, you know, we were kind of having an conversation about. And, you know, you have where they have history books that don't mention anything about any successful, you know, slavery is in there.
Yeah.
Let's make sure y'all
like
know that y'all were slaves.
Yeah,
y'all
like our
gonna know
history
that shit.
started as slaves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you got to think, like, it's built in us to, everything around us is built to make us not think we
Which
can
is
do
true.
better. So it's just a thing, like, you have to go out there and find out the information for yourself. And I don't think it's about, what I'm noticing lately, it's not about broadcasting it to the world, for the world to see, to get, notoriety for you. I'm the one that made this change. I'm the one that got people to, you know, you got your, you know, nothing too much against the Al Sharptons and all that stuff like that. But they're, look at me, I did this. I was the one that was marching with Martin. I was the one that was next to him. I was the one that did that. Whereas I don't know of any, you know, take your Jewish people or Middle Eastern people, I don't see them doing that shit. They just fucking do it.
Yeah. Like,
You know what I mean? Like, you have
nothing
those
to-
communities that just do it. So
But
we
you
need
know
to
what
just
though?
do it.
Nothing
We
to
don't.
brag about.
I'm about to say, like, we don't know if they don't. They might not just broadcast it. You
And
know
that's what I'm
I mean?
saying. We broadcast every goddamn thing. Everything we do, we got to put it on Instagram. We got fucking taxes of $8,000. We got a fucking money phone because we got taxes on $8,000.
I mean,
nigga, $8,000 ain't shit.
One of my
You about to
favorite
spend that shit in 3 weeks. Get the fuck out of here.
on regular
What
shit.
some shit that's owned by a white dude. You know what I mean? Like, come on, get the fuck out of here,
Tom's
man.
Point, one of my favorite joints is flexing on my old hoes. I forget who made that song.
I'm
but
addicted to flexing on my old hoes.
I mean, think how ignorant that shit
yeah,
is. That very
Hey,
concept
but
is,
I like
though,
that. Shout out to
I think-
Mr. Shy City.
I'm about to say, like, he's
See?
from Detroit, right?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to
Okay, so-
Clint Handler's management and Thomas Tucker. Shout out to you, man.
So, I agree with that to a degree, but
I'm
we got to
addicted.
get over that. Like, you know what? It ain't about flossing on your brother, man. Like, get some real money, bro.
It's
Like,
about
come together.
It's
Shit.
more about supporting each other.
Why?
Well, you know what, though?
Here's my
supporting
thing. Here's my
Loose
thing.
Cannon, supporting
But why
Lady
is
L,
Jay-Z
whatever.
the super nigga?
Because
Jay-Z's-
people paint that picture of him.
and he's
That's
showing
it.
and proving too.
I'm about to say he's been a shrewd businessman. You seen him weave in and out. Like, say for instance, just recently, you know what I'm saying, Tidal was floundering, especially after Apple Music. So what the fuck he do? He does a deal with Sprint. You know what I mean? And then, you know what I mean? Like he comes
He's
at
done
a
that
different
before.
angle.
Same thing. Samsung.
I
And
understand.
it's
No,
only
he
getting
did
bigger
no,
and bigger and
bigger.
bigger.
That's
you
what
know
I'm saying.
I mean?
Like, he's doing certain shrewd business moves that niggas really don't do. You know what I'm saying? You can actually count on your hand right now how many motherfuckers that really do.
But he's putting the work to be able to do.
Which
it.
is very true.
Yeah, and he talked about that. He talked about putting in the work. But
Right.
like I said, he's never at a point coming to game talking about being broke. A lot of niggas come from a struggle. Like Illmatic, that was visions of a broke nigga. You know what I'm
Speaking of
saying?
Nas,
Exactly.
Nas,
Right, but artistically one of the greatest things ever. But Jay never, on that front, never came in the game as a broke nigga. He always been like
Because the nigga was 26 years old,
That's
so
nothing
That
dope.
shit to do with it. He could have been
You
a
can
26-year-old broke nigga.
No,
Yeah.
but he wasn't.
I'm about to say he was actually
He was
established.
He was an established dope man.
So that's what why you
That's
hear
right.
people that
That's why his
say,
whole
why
perspective
this nigga
is-
always rapping about it? Because that's all that nigga did. is
Right,
rap.
right.
I have no
Like
problem
the
with
same
that.
shit. Why you always talking money shit? Cause I like money, bitch. Like it's the same. It's the same thing. No, I mean, to your point, you're right. Like he hasn't come in to that. Maybe his background, mom. Like I think that the Tom's Point, the 444 album, it's crazy. It's probably not that Jay's albums weren't honest, but this album probably opens up to be like the most we've seen of Jay in a long time.
It's not Jay-Z. It's Sean Carter. It's Sean
album.
Carter.
Yeah.
That's why the first track is Kill Jay-Z. It's Sean Carter. The only time we see Jay-Z is probably on that Bam track, where he started talking that Cash Money shit then, you know what I mean? But other than that, it's fucking Sean Carter. So
But that's dope.
Very much so, you know
That's
what I mean?
dope to see the progression, right? To see the reinvention, to keep reinventing this guy, because again he could stay on Big Pimpin', but who the fuck is listening to Big Pimpin' all the time? We heard it and it's cool.
Oh,
And
no,
that's
that's
kind of
right.
that was kind of his whole point with the money phone. Like, okay, you could do that, but show me what's next.
Yeah.
Then show me what's after.
What's
that.
the evolution
Then
of
show
that?
me- yeah.
yeah. And
So-
who are you bringing up while doing that?
Yeah, so I get that. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this you say he's an old nigga. I like what Fresh is. He looks wise as fuck. He got 3 little babies running around now.
It
You
look
know
like
what I'm saying?
it look like Master Splinter from the goddamn
Them
Turtles.
babies probably aging him overnight quicker than he expected. But
He ain't
whatever.
aging him overnight. He's got Consuela and Buena
know.
Vista
We
and
don't
whoever else.
We don't know their
We
family
know.
life.
Listen,
we don't know
listen,
their family life.
Jay-Z, Sean Carter is not getting up at 2 a.m.
We
to
don't
change
know.
it.
He
Listen,
look like
I
the
know.
type, low key.
Fuck all that.
But that's an assumption.
Regular ass time, 800 and what?
810.
You best believe I ain't waking my black ass up changing no goddamn diaper. Consuela,
I mean,
get Blue Ivy.
that's
But
neither here
that's
nor
your
there,
preference,
but I
though.
just, for me, that's just he doesn't seem like the type of person, as defensive as he is for his family. Speaking on the Kanye situation, but he doesn't seem like the type that would put somebody else in that position because he wants to be in that position.
So he's
Because
gonna
it's
be like,
important to be
so
in
he's
that
gonna wake
position.
up and be like, oh, Blue, okay, all right, I got you.
Think about it.
God.
I mean,
Yeah,
he
seriously, if
became
I was worth $810 million, I would have changed diapers too. You know what I'm saying?
the
That's
fuck
my,
outta
that's my
here.
You don't
business.
have- what else the fuck you
That
gotta
goes-
do?
that
You ain't
goes
gotta
back
do shit
to-
else?
There's not. I'm gonna turn over and go to
So
sleep.
That goes back to the
you gotta
topic
watch
about
the rest of the
possessive.
interview because
I do.
One of his things he brings up is like it's not what the bullshit in the streets and motherfuckers licking shots at him. It was the shit crushing his family that
Yeah.
fucked with him more than anything
That's
else.
what he gives a fuck. Everything he said, everything that he does is about him. He does all of this other shit so he has more time with them.
Can we all agree that I told you his wife does not do interviews because she can't public speak? Can we agree, please? Beyonce hasn't done. She will go back and reform to what's that Cuba Gooding Jr. movie? she was in the.
All right, man. Come on, man. No, don't do that.
Wait,
don't do that. Don't do that.
Listen,
Shot master.
listen.
Right.
I know, man.
Listen, as much as
This
I
nigga's-
love Auntie Yonsei, she can't.
This nigga turned into Floyd with the pot shots, man.
Yep,
Come
she
on,
can't-
fam.
And regular ass Tom knows it. It's right here.
Come on.
She can't.
I just
Don't
If she
feed
doesn't
into
do
it.
interviews, how will we know?
Don't feed into it, fam.
You know, because when she does, she's like,
Man, I've never seen.
They hold up cue cards for
I've
Beyonce.
never seen her do an interview.
look, Google. Okay, well, Google interviews, and she looks off to the side. They hold up cue cards for this
So
bitch.
what you talking about? Fucking 19-year-old Beyonce?
No.
right now?
I'm talking about Mommy Ansei, who has blue ivy, and who, prior to giving birth to twins, she can't do an interview. She can't
Maybe she
verbalize.
just
She
doesn't
can't
want to,
speak.
'cause she
No,
don't need to.
she's stupid. She can't do it.
Here we go.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait,
listen,
wait.
listen. She can make songs of life while she's in a booth by herself, but the bitch can't get on an
Yo,
interview
Sherm.
You
and
saying
say,
you're basically
Do
saying
the disclaimer,
no.
Sherm.
What you're saying is
Yeah, I'm gonna have
one of the
yeah.
greatest entertainers ever.
"Yep, can't
It's
do it.
stupid.
It can't do an interview.
No. You said she's one of the greatest entertainers. Is
Can't do an interview."
This is definitely.
Says to a guy that haven't looked up a goddamn
on,
interview since
goddamn it.
Destiny's
Hold
Child. Could you please look
I
up a
don't need to see
Beyonce
her
interview? Do it, and you're gonna be like
I don't
this.
need to see her interview.
You're gonna look at the cue cards that have all of 3 words on them. They gotta flip them cue cards quick as fuck because it's 3 words to a cue card. You know how most niggas have paragraphs on a cue card? She's got 3 words.
Does that matter?
The
It
views
does.
and expresses mentioned
I just-
here are strictly
So
BTS.
how about
by the way.
so in Jay-Z spoke, he's ugly, right?
I don't look
he's a
at
billionaire.
niggas.
No, I'm just saying he's a billionaire. Who gives a fuck?
What?
But it's the same
So
thing.
you
If
like- you
think-
looking at
no,
ugly
I'm just
niggas?
saying, if you think that she's stupid, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
She's way richer
I'm
than
just
most,
proving.
all of us,
I'm proving a
motherfuckers.
point. I'm proving a point by saying the woman that makes songs of life that these bitches out here shaking ass, making babies, trying to be to the left, better bitches of. She can't do an interview.
That's
if you
fine,
ask
you
what her
know.
favorite color is, she'd be like, orange.
That's the beauty of America.
So at the end of the day,
you could be.
I'll be like, when I'm laying on, damn,
I know,
I
right?
couldn't do an interview. What the fuck? Who gives a fuck?
That's the beauty of America, bro. You could
I
be
got
as dumb as a rock.
the
and
most
be,
hit
Listen,
records, the most
listen.
money, the most. I don't give a fuck about an interview.
That's so
You can.
inconsequential. I don't.
No, it's not
Yes,
because
it
your
is.
wife
It
can't
is.
speak proper English.
No.
It doesn't matter.
But your
It
wife-
does matter.
No, it
Why?
def-
Why
definitely-
does it matter?
It does matter.
Why does it matter?
It does. Because
Logically, why does
all
that
this
matter?
charity you doing and you can't complete a sentence, bitch? That's the
She's
problem. for
doing
me.
charity.
No, it's a problem when your husband has to complete a sentence for you, and she
These
she has.
motherfuckers that can complete sentences, they ain't doing charity.
Listen,
Why does it matter?
It matters.
And we don't know because she.
Listen,
you
I can't
assuming.
wait. I can't wait. And internets that are listening in, please pull up your last Beyonce interview. I don't give a fuck if it's Wendy Williams or if it's whoever from Good Morning America. Who's the whatever. Anyway, you know I was talking about regular time.
He's going on a damn light skin.
I'm not.
tangent over
See,
there.
there it is. That's what's wrong with our black people.
no.
He's going on a light skin. See, that's self-hate. That's self-hate.
You was wrong.
Oh wait,
No.
this is the seedy
Sherm.
underbelly of Book of Harmon.
Sherm. That's
This is-
self-hate.
This is the dark
See that?
side
See
of
that?
the Book of Harmon.
He's going off on that light skin tangent.
what are you talking about?
Nigga, express your. Listen, go watch a goddamn Beyonce interview. This motherfucker clearly hasn't seen a goddamn interview since Say My Fucking Name. So I don't know what time's living in 1990 goddamn 7. Go listen to a Beyonce interview and bring us on regular ass time with this next shit you talking about with Netflix and where the fuck it's got running, because who the fuck knows? It's a white people shit. Go ahead. Still nigga.
So anyway, yeah. So speaking of defending themselves, some people that's not here to defend themselves, the fucking defenders and shit. They premiered on Netflix, and I kind of forgot all about this shit. To be honest with you, I was on Netflix and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Oh, shit, this
like,
dropped?
shit. I guess it was coming out the end of August.
Who are the defenders?
So if Marvel on Netflix has had different, they've had Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist.
Which is whack as fuck, by the way, but go ahead.
Yeah, but they came together. It's kind of like if you think of Marvel in the big movie era, how
The
they
Avengers?
had like Iron Man and now they had it's kind of
Yeah.
like that, but on
Lower tier,
a lower tier kind of thing.
So B grade superheroes.
No, it's probably like C.
Yeah.
C
Damn,
level.
it's even worse.
Yeah,
C grade superheroes.
Well, Avengers is like the upper tier where they go against the
Right, so
strongest villains.
who's the
but,
middle?
like, I don't know.
Exactly. So how do you
whoever.
automatically categorize them as C?
No, because there's so many different tiers of
Niggerdom?
villains. Villains and superheroes. Where
Okay.
the vendors are street levels.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And going back to Tom's point, like it's so much good entertainment out right now. It's easily to overlook certain things that come out,
I ain't gonna lie,
especially on Netflix.
I don't think it was entertainment. I think it was just real life shit. Like,
well, real life gets in the way as well,
you know
but
what
like,
I'm saying? Niggas just forgot all about this.
No,
Because
it was-
Iron Fist was trash.
And I'm about to
Just
say,
a lot of
like,
trash.
shows.
Yeah,
It was just
yeah.
a lot of
The
shows on for
momentum
me, so
just
we got
didn't-
Game of Thrones and Power. I was like, oh shit.
yeah, there's a lot of TV or whatnot that's on, and then I log into Netflix. Oh, the Defender's gonna start today. I got up to episode 2. It's pretty good. Like previously said by the co-host, Iron Fist was very lackluster.
Yeah. Whack.
And it was like the worst thing that Marvel has done since they got back the rights to doing a lot of their shit.
Oh hell, why?
Iron Fist was fucking terrible. But Defenders so far has been good. I'm on episode 2. It's just laying down the low levels of what's happening in New York City and things
I
of that
hear it's
nature.
only 8 episodes in the season and the whole.
That's it?
That's what I hear.
And done?
I don't know what happens after the Defenders.
What kind of shit is that?
After Defenders, Punisher comes out.
Oh, Punisher got his own thing coming out too?
Yeah, it'll be out.
Now, based off one scene in the Daredevil, I'm looking forward to that series all the way.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, it's same guy, same.
Yeah.
It's going to start. he's
Wait,
been locked up.
is the Punisher the same dude that was in what's the name?
Walking Dead?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
that
he
guy.
was Shane and
Shane.
It
Shane.
was Shane,
Yeah,
right?
he played not talking about the fucking whack ass.
Didn't
movies they
Shane
made.
play in the fucking Avengers as the one nigga that got killed?
No.
No? Okay.
No, he's
Never
not
mind. All right. Fuck it.
But I thought he was a really.
Yeah, Shane and
when
Frank
he
Castle was
got on
dope.
there, I mean, Daredevil was a good show. I like Daredevil, but I was like, I hope they make him his own show because he is the shit.
Yeah.
Like he is
that's
the
worth-
shit.
It's a good actor.
If you
No,
go,
yeah.
if you go watch season 2 of Daredevil, you're gonna be looking forward to the fuck out of the Defender. So I gotta watch this myself. See what all because I thought Jessica Jones was really good. I thought
Yes.
Luke Cage was really good.
Very
Both
much so.
seasons of Daredevil were really good. I didn't see Iron Fist. Everybody told me it was trash. I avoided it.
Don't do it.
It's
But
not worth it.
Hearing that, because I was kind of looking forward to Iron
Nah,
Fist,
it's
just
not
because
worth
I don't know
it.
shit about Iron
I
Fist.
promise you, it's
You
not
don't
worth
want
it.
to. Not with this.
No.
Not with this depiction.
I say this. It's more or less it's like if you watch those shows, if you watch Luke Cage, Daredevil, and Jessica Jones, Marvel set up a bar so high, like, okay, when is the ball gonna stop? It stopped at Iron Fist.
It didn't raise
Yeah,
me.
so yeah,
kind of
so
dropped a little bit.
yeah, for
definitely
me,
did.
when I saw Defenders, I was kind of lackluster when I started watching it. Not necessarily spoiler alert. The first couple scenes was dealing with Iron Fist. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is
Yeah,
this?
they went
You know
right
what I mean?
to Iron Fist.
And like that was a bummer in that sense. But you know what I mean. So far, it's pretty good. It's kind of entertaining.
So nobody's finished the series? Is that
No,
what y'all telling me?
I'm in the middle of 3.
It's a lot of fucking TV to watch right now.
It's a lot. Like I got over like the weekend. I got caught up on Game of Thrones, Power,
Yeah.
Ballers.
Damn, I forgot about Ballers too.
It's whack.
another show
It's
I
whack.
got-
It's whack
It's
this
another
season.
show I got caught up. Yeah, I don't like this season either.
What,
But
Insecure too?
and Insecure. I got caught up on all of those.
Fuck that
and it's
nigga.
just like-
Who's the nigga?
Lawrence?
Lawrence. He's whack.
yeah. So
Fuck nigga.
and when
Yeah, we're going to have a dedication to this whole
We
myth
are.
of Lawrence, because
Yeah, he's a
It's
fuck
turning
nigga.
into
I'm
a thing.
anti-Lawrence, bro.
it's
I'm
turned into a
anti-Lawrence
thing.
too.
Like
He's a bitch nigga. He's a nigga you don't want to be. So don't be
Yeah,
Lawrence.
don't be Lawrence.
Don't ever be Lawrence. I don't know nigga's last name.
I don't know, man. He's the
does he
messiah
have
to
that
hurt
on the
nigga
show?
right now.
He is. But then this.
A
Look,
fuck
but
nigga
then
trying to
this
be
is
a real
RIP because they
good
take our greats. They take our greats. We talked about it earlier with Michael Jackson, Prince, Bernie Mac. They take our greats. Goddamn Dick Gregory. Sounds like a remember in come on, Tom.
this
come
was
on.
a different kind of great.
Do you think white people killed him? What did he die of?
Wasn't he like 92 or something?
Yeah, he died.
was
Yeah,
old as
he
hell.
lived a full life.
Yeah.
Says who? Are you God, nigga? He lived a full life.
Yo, 92 years old.
Yeah.
This is
my
a
God.
full life.
115 is a full life, nigga.
Let me verify how
I'm
old
about
he
to
was.
say like
There it is. Go to the white man's Google and figure out how much white man says is a good
'cause,
life.
like, the average age is like what, late 70s,
For
80s, for a black
niggas,
man
it's
to die.
62.
Anywho,
So if he lived to his 90s, come
No,
on, man.
no, what the fuck? No, Jesus.
84. I'm sorry.
84.
84? What the fuck is what? Whose statistic is that? Google says the average life for a black man is 84.
No,
that's
that
not
was
what
how
you
old
asked.
Dick Gregory
You asked him how old
was.
he
You
was.
said 90, nigga. They go to alternative
No,
facts.
no.
Goddamn
Average
niggas.
black man's age is in
Well, I
the
stand
60s,
corrected.
bro. We don't live that long due to so
Yeah.
things in nature and all that kind of shit. I mean, hell, man.
Nature.
I mean, we can't do too much salt. We can't do too much sugar. You know, we got the cops whooping our ass. We got to worry about the nigga around the corner.
You got to worry about your own people.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of challenges facing the black man. 84 years old is a fucking blessing.
Yeah,
And
very much.
That nigga looked definitely 97.
I
So Dick Gregory.
Dick Gregory.
I think Dick Gregory, like, you know, you mentioned, you know, all these people that's previously passed.
Michael Burney, Prince.
But this Dick Gregory was on a different.
Upper echelon.
Yeah, he was. I mean, because what he did, those are entertainers.
He entertained in a sense.
He was a comic, but he was intellectual.
But
That
you got
wasn't his primary.
that's exactly what that was. Comedian is like on the lower ass end of 100 different things that he did.
Yeah.
For me, probably about 8 years ago, I heard he did this speech at a college once, and he was just saying how we as like people, like black people, are structured to think a certain way because of, you know, another culture. Just kind of speaking on, like, you know, white people, whatever. They teach us to be a certain way. They teach us how to be subdued and not reach our full potential.
That's the name of the show, by the way.
And
Subdued.
he did, you know, he did this speech at this college, and it was really influential to me because it was like I hadn't really thought of it like that at first, and it was because of him is when I, you know, started looking for knowledge myself and things like that, and just the way that I think. It was sad. I mean, yeah, I mean, he was, you know, up there. It wasn't like a huge surprise to me, but all respect to him for what he did just for, you know, the culture in general, or what he tried to do for people.
What?
I mean, this was a guy that was around Martin, Malcolm. I mean, he was on the Breakfast Club. Yeah. I mean, he's been with Farrakhan. He's been everywhere. You know what I mean? He's been Egypt, like all over, and he was speaking his message, and he did it. I think he was the one to speak it the clearest. He was like a mixture of, like, if you want to, because I think Martin and Malcolm are like the standard. He was like a mixture of both of them. I
think if you look at Black Americana, one of the books that will be able to delve into it is Nigga by him. Is very deep. It's about his life, and you're talking about, you know what I mean, manifestations of things and that nature or whatnot. I know it's a meme going around, one of his famous stories about him going down south and going into this restaurant, and the waitress was like, "We don't serve color folks." He was like, "Well, that's good because I want some chicken," you know, something like that.
Well, that reminds me of the Robin Harris, late great Robin Harris joke, where he was on the plane and the white stewardess said, "Oh, we don't serve niggas." He's like, "Good, I don't eat the motherfuckers neither."
Yeah, and then, you know, further on into his story, it was like a group of racist guys came in. Me paraphrasing this, it was like, "We're gonna do whatever you do to that chicken, boy." And then so he took a chicken and he kissed it. You know what I mean? So it is more or less, it shows you how he was talking about deep issues and levity and things of that nature. He brought levity to the situation.
And a different perspective on how to think. Right? Like, to me, that's what he brought. He was that old black guy that was like, "Yo, you say some fucked up shit or you think you saying some shit the right way, nigga, you better think about what you just said to me before you say it." Because if you look at a lot of these interviews, he was correcting a lot of people that asked him questions. What are you asking? What you just asked me that if you'd be like, "Oh shit, yeah, I did just ask that. That was stupid as fuck." Like, he almost made you not second guess, but think before you spoke.
Yeah, no one's above examination.
No one is above it, right? And he was that old school cat to me personally that, again, another way to look at a situation or analyze you know, an issue or whatever it is, and then dissect it and then do it in an educated way, right? So, you know, R.I.P.
Yeah, with some comedic value.
With some comedic
Hold on,
value.
before I got 2 points to make, right?
Two.
Like,
Go ahead,
one, he had a weight loss drink, right?
He did.
Go ahead, hand me some of that Dick Gregory. I know
That's what I was trying to say, Tom, while you was ragging me off. He's like, "You shut your malnutrition Dick Gregory ass." Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, shout out to random fact.
Random fact.
And B, I feel like guys like
not
Dick
not
Gregory,
two, but B.
Right. From 1 to B.
Right, from 1 to B.
I feel like,
let us to numbers.
I feel like guys like Dick Gregory got to be honored more in the community for the kids to know, because yeah, we're old heads, we know about Dick Gregory. I highly doubt it's some 15 13, 12-year-old, they know a goddamn thing about who the fuck Dick Gregory is and what he did for his little dumb ass. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So guys like Dick Gregory, I feel, got to get honor way more than what they did. And it's funny because Dick Gregory passed, RIP to him. Jerry Lewis passed also, right?
Oh yeah.
So RIP to him too.
Yeah,
Comedic genius, whatever.
Yep.
And I looked up some of the stuff in the news, and it was like full devotion headlines to Jerry Lewis and then like a half a sentence to Dick Gregory. And I feel like that's kind of fucked up because Dick Gregory was just as important to us, and as Jerry Lewis is to them. So we need to recognize our people more and more, especially guys like Dick Gregory. They don't come around like that anymore. We don't even have the wealth of wisdom and knowledge that he did anymore.
Mm-mm.
So we got to look out for guys like that. Pay attention to what they're saying, because they've seen the same shit that it looks like we're heading right to, and we can avoid a lot of pitfalls if we just listen. So, R.I.P. to him.
And that's facts from Shermy J.
True indeed.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you, black men on the panel. No white people this week. Just all still niggas.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Said it as so with Jay-Z. Great show, guys. Ha ha. And anybody that doesn't think it's a great show, tell them, Tom, you go what?
Cause fuck them, that's why.
Because fuck them, that's why. Fuck them, that's why. Freshly made beats. BTF Fresh. Thank you for joining us, black man.
Salute.
Stand free.
The accuser.
The accuser.
Game of Thrones ass nigga.
Regular ass time. Where in the world is Tom Diego? Regular ass time.
I'm everywhere. You ain't never
You
there.
ain't never there. Scumbag Sherm.
I don't got nothing for you, T.
There it is.
Damn it, messed up the whole flow.
I know, right? I don't got
I'm a nigga
Squirmy
that
J-ass
lives in the trash can.
the W.
The W.
There we go. You want me to shuck and jive for you? T?
After all, listen,
Where are my 2 spoons?
listen,
I'm not shucking and jiving.
Let
listen,
me cut a jig. What's it?
and of course myself, the Lord, the light-skinned Lord. Read out of the what, you blasphemous motherfuckers?
Book of Harmon.
The Book of Goddamn Harmon.
What was it, verse 8, chapter 19 or some shit?
Verse 444.
Still nigga. That's the quote.
And on that note, internet's out, man. Peace.